So it's actually shorter just to come this way after I pick it up. I mean, like I said, everything that I'll be doing will be pumping points into plant damage and physical damage for the most part. I think this is the right way to find my way to the tower. He's going to take me to an elite. Stop that. No good energy shield drops. Oh, what's that lead? Oh, no. So much evasion rating here is dropping for me. I think that most people do what I do for the Druid is they, when you're going plant-based, pump it into energy shield. If you guys do it differently, let me know. Do you look at evasion rating? I mean, does anyone look at armor? Is that a thing at all? No, totally turn around. There's not even a pop there. That's kind of funny. And I think I might have been totally off base a little bit. So when I look at the plant-based skills, they're all physical damage. None of them say anything about spell damage. So I had a theory and I tried it out. I put on a spear with like a plus 50 something % damage to physical. Because I really don't use my weapon at all. And all I'm really interested in is getting the stats up that help my plants. And so I put that on instead of my staff. And the staff was spell damage. Okay? And it lowered the DPS of all my plant skills by quite a bit. So it did exactly the opposite of what I thought it would do. Even though one weapon should have increased my physical damage, meaning my spells, and the other one should have been just increasing my storm damage. So I'm a little confused why that's a thing when, again, if I look at Entangle, there's not one thing there that says anything about spell damage. It's completely physical damage. So I'm wondering, what am I missing here? And then when I did get that modifier to +1 for all spells, it did get applied to my plant spells. So I'm guessing even though this is physical damage, a spell weapon seems to have a bigger increase than a physical damage weapon. Because if I swap this out now, right now I'm at 139.8. Hey, it did go up, 190. Okay, maybe I'm just gonna sit. Okay, so let's try this for a while. Because I swear, last time it dropped, and it dropped significantly. And I just wasn't sure why. Now, I'm not using a talisman, even though I'm a druid, because quite honestly, I'm never switching forms. I'm staying in human form the whole time, which is why I really want to beef up my energy shield, because I'm a caster. So again, if you guys do something different, or if you've come up with a way to cycle through your forms and make it work, that doesn't feel clunky and like smashing through 3 extra spells, let me know. I love the plant-based druid because even in in-game I'm basically using 3 spells 90% of the time. And I like the idea that I don't have to overcomplicate things to make it work and to be really super strong. The same reason I like Ranger, the same reason I think most people like Ranger is it's a one-button smash type of thing where you're clearing screens and walking through. Now, while leveling, it doesn't matter that much, but when you're doing the in-game content, which I hate, it does matter if you're trying to clear screens as fast as you can and go on to the next level. Anyway, in my opinion, that's what I think. The old thing we used to say when I was a kid: kiss, keep it simple, stupid, that sort of thing. And I'm not saying to have a weak build. I'm saying have a simple build that's super strong. To me, that just makes sense. So the reason I love Mercenary. I cycle through 2 or 3 different types of grenades, maybe do a totem, and then just keep walking as my grenades kill everything behind me. I hate the poisons. But I figured out clear this zone, go into the Dreadnought, see how I do against the boss there, and try to complete Act 2 today. Not in a huge rush or anything, because quite honestly, got nothing to do for a couple of weeks. The main purpose of this is for me to figure out how to stream correctly. And I'm having fun with that. It's something I've been telling myself to try for years, and I just haven't got around to it. Getting the initial setup wasn't that difficult. I just there's a couple of really popular streamers who have videos on YouTube for how to set up your stream for Twitch. And honestly, one of them is 15 minutes long, one is 5 minutes long. They basically tell you the same thing. So I followed their videos, and I was up and running pretty quickly. Made some mistakes with the resolution and sound and things like that. Again, I know my sound and stuff still isn't that great because of the camera and the microphone I'm using. But just the fact that I was able to get up and get everything running is making me happy. And something just hit me like a truck. What is that hitting me so hard? You guys are mean. Oh. Is it that thing? Nice. Couple of exalted orbs. Wasn't bad. I didn't even juice that box. Take that. A nice little surprise. Normally, even when I juice them, I don't get that kind of drop, so that was nice. I wonder what I would have gotten if I would have juiced it. Come on, man, be quicker. But not in a big hurry to run through. Get a few levels in here, get some more points on my skill tree. Come on, guys. Anything good. So that's one of the things I was thinking too, is maybe to switch to, if I can find a one-headed weapon or that can give me a boost to physical damage, then I can use a focus to that gives me an increased energy shield. Since the physical damage is really where I'm leaning, I think that might give me some options out there. Even if I can find a shield or something that has a big boost to energy shield, if I'm using a one-handed weapon, that would work. At least in my head, it seems like it would work. Not following any build guide or anything, so not really sure. And again, I don't min-max. All I like to do is find a build that I think is fun to use and then use that and not really care if I have the best build out there. I know there are some guys out there who are building really good builds that just obliterate bosses fast and furious. But I do like the idea of just putting my own stuff together. And basically for this build, all I do is search plant, or right now, anyway, I'm just searching plant, or I'm searching physical on the tree. And then I chase up to those zones. And I did that on my last plant-based Druid, and I got through level 15 maps. Then like usual, I got bored and rolled another character. So it works. My problem right now is it's been a couple of months, so I've kind of forgotten how I built that character now. And I haven't really looked at it. So it's like a new learning experience all over again. And my plants are starting to work. Oh, I did levels, so let's see. So now I have all this physical plant damage here, and I am going to just chase over here. Pump these into intelligence. I do need a little bit. I'll probably go dexterity and strength here just to have those, and then pop into the wild surge. And that's going to play a role, because once I have the wild surge, I will be putting points over here. Where is it at? Non-keystone passive skills in medium radius of allocated keystones can be allocated. So what that means is, once I